going on YouTube. This is Dubstep Archer here, bringing you another video tutorial on how to make your own personal intro. This will not be one of those crazy advanced ones. This will be just a simple one, you know. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. You want to go ahead and open up your After Effects. You want to go ahead and click on the Composition tab, and you want to go ahead and click on New Composition. Okay, you want to go ahead and name it whatever you want. Your preset, you want to go ahead and set it to like, you want to go ahead and set it probably HDTV, 1080p is fine. That's perfect. 720 works great also. I'm going to just go ahead and set mine to 1080p, you know. You want to go ahead and set the time to whatever you want. I want to set it to like, I would probably say about a minute. You don't want to go really over a minute and a half. So this is your start time, and this is your total length time. Okay, you want to go ahead and leave that background color black and just hit OK. Don't worry about anything else. Alright, first thing you want to basically do is you want to go ahead, you want to add your own text. You know, like I said, this won't be too flashy, just something simple. You want to go ahead, add your text. You know, don't make it too big now. You know, you want to go ahead and name it whatever you want. Alright, so let's just say I want to go ahead and add my name first. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, grab this tool, and then just drag it over here. Alright, so basically from there I can go ahead and edit the motions and stuff like that, or I can add animations and stuff like this. You know, me personally, I want to go ahead and add an animation. So I just go ahead and browse the presets that these guys have. Alright, so once you go ahead, you know, get the prefixes set up, you want to go ahead and look for, you know, I'm going to go ahead and check under here. These are some good ones. You just add that one, for example. So you're going to go ahead and preview that. Let's see how that looks. And as you can see, you can get that kind of spinning, which is kind of cool. You don't need something way too flashy. Okay, like so I'm going to go ahead and move that again. So I'll move this here. And then you want to go ahead, you know, if you want to, you can go ahead and create another text, change the color, stuff like that. Be my guest. Okay, let's try, go ahead, changing it to green. Darken that a bit. So you want to go ahead, I'd say presents. You want to go ahead and do that. You want to move it to wherever you want. This can be moved anywhere at any time, so it doesn't really matter. I can show you guys how to move it in the middle of a video. So let's say you want to go ahead and add a different animation to this one. Let's just say that you want to go ahead and browse the presets again. You want to go ahead, this time I would probably go with something like these, maybe. Maybe not. Let's try transform. No, text. Just go ahead, try these. Just go ahead, check this one out. Also, don't forget, you also want to wait until your whole thing is actually in. So let's say I move it to about here. I'm going to go ahead, preview it. So what's wrong with the present? It doesn't want to work. Oh, there we go. See, now you get two different ones at the same time. You know, you got these. You can also, you know, move them down, stuff like that. Let's just say I want to go ahead and move that there. go ahead and do my little preview. Okay, it wants to. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I'm moving the wrong one. See, I want to go ahead and move that. You go ahead and do your little preview. Okay, one. Okay, I see. Preview. See your letters fade in, stuff like that. And then the next one shows up. Of course, it's stuck there just because I stopped the render. But this should happen basically. You know, it should go in like I showed you before. You want to go ahead, and if you want to, go ahead add another one from this point on in time. So, one moment. Move this. Anyways, you want to go ahead and add another one. Add another text basically. Let's say I want to change this to blue. You want to go ahead add that. You want to go ahead add your tutorial or whatever you want to put for that last one. Go ahead, click it. Move it wherever. I want to move this here. You can also add another animation if you want. I will show you some other stuff that you can do. Let's go ahead and do text. Graphical. Let's not do that. See what other 3D text they have. Try that. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead try that on. Go ahead do this preview. Give it a second, let it render. You know. So I don't understand what is wrong with this one. Let's go ahead try to do this. Yeah, as you can see, that's basically what it would look like if it goes fast, but don't worry, it won't always be like that, just because that's just a preview. It won't be as fast, usually. Basically, that's how you can go ahead and do it. That's the standard way of doing it. If you are like me and you do have, you know, stuff, things from Video Copilot, like, such as Optical Flares, you can go ahead and use that, you know. As you can see, I have Optical Flares in the background of this one, making it look even more pimp status than it already is. You want to go ahead, you know, you can edit this any way you want. You go click on options or something, and then you want to, I would go ahead clear all, you know, get it customized exactly the way I want it. I would go at the sparkle, you know, click it a few times, and then a little bit of an iris, and then the multi-iris, and a little bit of a glow inside of that sparkle. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Decline that. And as you can see, you could see the after. You can basically see all of that in the inside of this. Alright, so you can go ahead and do that. You can do it on the outside of this text if you really want to. You could just go ahead and, one second, you can just add a layer. You want to go ahead and go to new, and then go to, you want to create a new solid. You want to keep it as a black solid, basically, and you want this to be below everything else. Alright, then you want to go ahead and do the same thing as before, you know, start up Optical Flares, and then go ahead and change the options. You know, you want to go ahead, add what you want. You know, go ahead, click OK, and then as you can see, it shows up back there, which is good. You can go ahead and move this around during the video. So, like, let's just say that the video is just starting, you know, and then I want to go ahead and change it. You want to go ahead and scroll down on this. You want to go ahead, go down, and then go to Effects, And then you want to go ahead and go to Optical Flares. Okay, you want to mark the position basically, and that will start on the time code. If you move it over, maybe if when it's moving over, by the time it gets to that presents, you can have it already in the middle, and then after tutorials and stuff, those get down, you can have it down this way. All right. And then once you do have it, like this, you can also increase the brightness. Let's say when it gets to the middle, I want it up at like 1,000. Okay. And then as it leaves the middle, I want it to be more of a realistic. Or 1 second. Basically, it gets here, and then the brightness changes. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to do that. Go ahead, change that back to 100. The standard. Basically, if you really want it to like get brighter, you want to. Yeah, what's up?
Wait, is this the same video that you were shooting earlier?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so basically, if you want the brightness to go up in the middle of the video, you want to go ahead and you want to bring it to the middle, and then you want to go ahead and increase the brightness to whatever number you want. I'd go up to 1,000, and then I'd move it off screen. When I get to this point, and I go ahead and change it back to 100. I'm not sure if I actually did that right. Yeah, I messed it up again. When it gets to the middle, you want to make it 1,000. Okay, and then it will go back to normal. It may look messed up now, but yeah, it will work, I promise. Okay, and that is basically it for this tutorial. If you have any ideas on anything else that you want me to do, anything a little more complicated, let me know. I can do it. But, until then, like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching this tutorial.